It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today, it's Monday, October 30th, 2023. Number 1. Pope Francis joined a chorus of prominent voices calling for a ceasefire, the release of hostages, and an increase in humanitarian aid, as Israel confirmed expansion of ground operations against Hamas in Gaza. It was October 7th. Hundreds of Hamas gunmen crossed from the Gaza Strip into southern Israel by breaking through the heavily fortified perimeter fence, landing by sea, and using paragliders. The gunmen killed 1,400 people, most of them civilians, in a series of raids on military posts, kibbutzim, and a music festival, and took hostages back into Gaza. Protesters are now calling for the release of hundreds of people held hostage. Number 2. New York Attorney General Letitia James announced Friday that Donald Trump and his 3 oldest children are scheduled to testify in the $250 million civil fraud case brought by the state of New York. Their collective testimonies and outcome of the trial could permanently ban Donald, Don Jr., and Eric Trump and their family-owned companies from doing any business in New York State. A New York appeals court dismissed Ivanka Trump as a co-defendant, finding the claims against Ivanka were too old. Number 3. Go ahead, sneak one of the candy bars from your kids' Halloween haul. Just make sure to check how much exercise you'll need to burn off those stolen calories. A Butterfinger, for example, is 85 calories, requires 10 minutes of Zumba. And a Hershey's milk chocolate bar, a total of 67 calories, requires 15 minutes of dancing. Jeez. Happy trick-or-treating. Number 4. Yolna Lubrin was a black woman found hanging from a tree September 28th. Orlando Police Department ruled it a suicide and confirmed on October 27th the investigation was closed. A police report was not made available to the family or the media, and in response, the family led a candlelight vigil followed by a protest. Advocates supporting Lubrin's family at the protest pointed to overlooked details surrounding the case, including Ms. Lubrin's vandalized automobile. Number 5. What does it mean to have a spiritual calling on your life? Our first calling is to have a personal relationship with God through faith in Jesus Christ. After that, our calling is an occupation or way of life you believe comes from God. You can find your calling by reading the Bible, and something in the scriptures may trigger you to know what it is. Read more about finding your calling in today's newsletter. It's Ministry Monday. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Life is short. You may as well have some fun. All right. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with our social justice contributor, Coy Malone, comedians extraordinaire, Huggy Lowdown, and Chris Paul, as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, the American Heart Association and Black Health Matters. Barbara Scotia College is an HBCU in Concord, North Carolina, and it needs our help. The What You Need to Know team is asking supporters, alumni, and friends of Barbara Scotia to help them meet their immediate and pressing needs by donating to help Barbara Scotia rise. Please join the thousands of donors from around the world who are stepping up to save one of the nation's oldest HBCUs. Visit SybilWilkes.com for more information. And celebrate Black filmmakers rooted in HBCU culture at HBCU First Look. It's happening November 10th through the 12th at Howard University. Please visit HBCUFirstLook.com for more information. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.